For many people, the idea of retiring is getting further and further away, but you do not have to worry at all about it. In this video, I will show you how to live below your means to not only retire, but to retire in 5 years. The best part is that anyone can do this. Number 1. Understand what needs to be done to retire in 5 years. It is critical to realize that retiring in 5 years will need a lot of extremely focused effort. You cannot expect to save just 10 to 15% of your salary each pay period and expect to retire in 5 years, unless your salary is in the upper 6 or 7-figure range. So, what must be done specifically in order to retire in 5 years? The first thing to think about is how much you need to cut back on your spending. If you earn $67,521 a year, the average American income, and if you save up 10 to 15% of your income, then you are saving between $6,752 and $10,000 annually. The amount you may save over the course of 5 years is up to $50,640. It is undoubtedly insufficient for retirement. To maintain your present standard of living, it is advised to save aside between 70 to 80% of your earned income each year. In other words, you should always have at least $47,000 every year to retire in the next 5 years. If you want to maintain this standard of living for, say, 30 years, you will need to have totaled $2,025,650 in savings, which is a rather big sum. That actually means that you need to save $400,000 each year just to be able to retire in 5 years. Now that seems rather impossible, right? And for most of us it is, but here's the catch. There are 2 factors at play. Number 1, your concept of retirement, and number 2, apply frugal living. First, retiring does not necessarily mean to have the same meaning as before. You may easily locate numerous people who claim to have retired young by conducting a Google search. Yet they consistently produce YouTube videos, which is still very much a job. Yet, retiring used to entail giving up employment. Considering that, having your definition, it can be a very plausible alternative to change your definition of retirement to something more like, I choose my hours and work the jobs I want, since this will allow you to continue earning money while working how you want. Before we get to the second, which is the more detailed section. Before that, tell us in the comments what retirement means to you and what you are doing to get there. Let's discuss about the second approach, that is frugal living. Below are some points that helps to live frugally while saving a lot for retirements. Number 1, get rid of your housing payments. It is essential to get rid of this payment completely whether you are paying a mortgage or rent. Because this is by far the largest payment someone makes, it is preferable to concentrate to get rid of this first. Hence, paying it off will enable you to save a significant chunk of each paycheck. The easiest method to achieve this is to rent out certain rooms of your home, making sure that the total amount your new renters pay adds up and, ideally, exceeds the amount you now pay towards your mortgage. By doing this, you will be able to avoid making this huge payment and receive some cash in extra. Number 2, cover transportation costs. This one will always be challenging. Therefore, the ideal scenario would be to make every effort to reduce transportation expenses. This entails reducing your use of your car and seeking out alternatives. In order to save money on transportation, try to walk or ride your bike to work every day if it is possible for you to do so. Although not everyone is able to do this, you can simply cut your transportation expenditures by using the local transit system. This costs a lot less than a car. Number 3, lower your food costs. You must make every effort to reduce this expenditure, which is another significant one. If you are not attentive, buying food can get pricey. There are several things you may do to reduce your food expenses, like using coupons, making a list, and purchasing inexpensive, nutrient-rich foods. Yet meal planning is the best strategy to reduce your food expenses. This gives you the ability to plan out exactly how much food you will consume and how much it will cost. In other words, you can arrange the expenses to meet your savings strategy. Does meal planning help you cut your food expenses? Or do you think the tip is worthwhile? Please let us know by giving this video a thumbs up. Number 4, get a side hustle. If you plan to retire in 5 years, this may be non-negotiable. Saving money is one thing, but aiming to save $400,000 each year to retire in under 30 years is simply unachievable without increasing your salary. With that in mind, there are 2 options available to you. You can start by taking up side jobs that you do not intend to keep up for a very long time. This can involve doing a freelance service or working as an Amazon delivery driver, Uber driver, Lyft driver, etc. They may not be the most enjoyable employment, but they have the ability to significantly and quickly raise your income. If you are looking for more strategies for raising your income, subscribe to Future with Finance, where we have a ton of videos on the topic. The second thing you may do is to have a business that is meaningful to you. This is something you can accomplish easily while you are retired. Finding a career that can either support those goals or let you completely concentrate on them is the ideal retirement. We all have goals and things that are important to us. For instance, if you enjoy traveling, working as a travel writer is a great alternative. This enables you to travel, earn money, and share your experiences with the world.